My boss uninvited me from my own promotion party, so I showed up anyway. While he was on stage taking credit for the system I built, I walked in, smiled, and reminded him that I was the only person in the building with the keys to keep it running. The CEO heard everything. It was supposed to be the biggest night of my career, 10 years of 60-hour weeks, all leading up to the senior partner gala at the Blackwood estate. I'd basically built the firm's tech department from the ground up, but my boss, Marcus, well, Marcus always had a way of making me feel like I was just the help in a nice suit. 3 days before the event, I got the email. Hey, sorry, budget cuts on the guest list. We had to trim the plus ones and the junior associates. And since you're technically back-end support, there's just no chair for you at the head table. Enjoy the weekend off. I stared at that screen. My blood was absolutely boiling. Budget cuts? I'd seen the catering invoice. They were serving $500 bottles of champagne. I didn't reply. I didn't complain. Instead, I called the venue directly. I told them I was the lead coordinator for the tech presentation, which was technically true, and I told them I needed a side table set up for monitoring the equipment. The night of the gala, the ballroom was dripping in gold and crystal. Marcus was center stage, holding a glass of bubbly, laughing with the CEO like they were old college buddies. He was busy telling everyone how he single-handedly saved the merger with his revolutionary new data system. My system. I waited until the CEO stood up to give the toast. I walked in through the main doors. No equipment, no laptop, just me, wearing a tuxedo that cost more than Marcus's car. The room went quiet as I walked straight to the head table. Marcus's face. Oh, it was priceless. He went from tan to ghostly white in 3 seconds flat. What are you doing here? He hissed, leaning over while the CEO looked on, confused. I told you, there's no room for you. I didn't whisper. I spoke clearly, loud enough for the entire front row to hear. Oh, Marcus, I thought you'd be happy. I figured since you were taking all the credit for the code base I wrote, you'd at least want the person who actually has the encryption keys to be in the building, you know, just in case the system crashes. The CEO's eyebrows shot up. Code base you wrote. I smiled, leaned in, and took a sip of Marcus's champagne. Every single line, sir. Marcus here hasn't opened a compiler since 1998. I pulled a small remote from my pocket. With one click, the giant projector screen behind them changed. It wasn't the marketing slides anymore. It was the email Marcus sent me 3 days ago, the one where he told me I was just back in support and uninvited me to save on the budget. The silence in that room was deafening. The CEO looked at the screen, then at Marcus, then back at me. Marcus, the CEO said, his voice like ice. I think you're right about those budget cuts. We should start with your salary. Marcus tried to stammer. He tried to explain, but he was already stumbling over his own lies. The CEO turned to me and pointed to Marcus's chair. Sit down. I think it's time we hear how this system actually works from the man who actually built it. I sat. The steak was delicious, and the look on Marcus's face as he was escorted out by security was the best dessert I've ever had.